In today's video, I will teach you how to invest properly. So this is actually chapter 4 of my book, The Book of Wealth, 10 Steps to Financial Freedom, which you can get on Amazon. I'll leave a link for you down below. So here's my message to you. To build wealth, you must invest your money. Your money needs to be earning money for you. And I want to help you do it the right way because there's a right way to invest and there's a wrong way. And I'm going to tell you about the wrong way first with a story about what I went through. Please don't make the same mistake that I made. So in my 20s, my brilliant strategy for getting wealthy was simple. Find a stock that would give me life-changing results. And I told myself, you know what, I'll strike it rich on a stock and then I'll play it safely once I have a larger amount of money. So to me, it sounded like a solid plan. So I thought, why waste time slowly building wealth when I could just find the right stock and shortcut the whole process? But of course, that was easier said than done. So you know what? I'll tell you sincerely that I genuinely believed that hitting it big in the stock market was my only hope of getting out of the grind. And I bet that there are quite a few people that are listening right now that feel the same way. At the time, I was working, a modest paying job at a big company. I wasn't broke, but I wasn't thriving either. But I wanted out. I bet like so many other people feel, I wanted out of the rat race. I wanted out of the slow climb, out of the feeling of, living that life that's dictated by a paycheck. And the stock market sincerely felt like that was my ticket to freedom. So I dedicated so much time to researching, reading financial reports, following market trends, listening to, whatever resources that are out there, like the self-proclaimed experts online. And I convinced myself that if I just find the right stock, then that would change my life. So I talk more about this whole process and journey in my book, the ups and downs, the wins and losses, and the crushing reality of how it is. But long story short, if you're trying to get rich with a stock or crypto pick, then I get it. I was you. Okay, so that younger version of me, if you had told him to stop trying to find a stock that would give him life-changing results and just invest your money safely into an index fund, and do you know how he would have responded to me? Just looking back, I would say that he would have ignored my advice. But why? Why would he ignore sound, logical advice? So you know what it is? It's because for me, when I bought a stock, it wasn't just a stock. That stock represented hope. Hope that it was my ticket out of the grind. Hope that I wouldn't have to spend decades grinding away at a job that I didn't love. And if I stopped trying to get rich with stocks, then that would have killed my hopes and dreams. And I wasn't willing to do that, at that time. So I continued to hunt for hidden gems to just keep my hopes and dreams alive. But what I didn't realize at the time was that I was not investing. I was speculating. So listen, I want to tell you that there's a big difference between investing and speculating. Like, this may seem very obvious to a lot of people, but to that younger version of me, it wasn't so obvious. Maybe it was because I was blinded by hopes and dreams. Whatever the reason, it just didn't click. So listen, I'm making this video to help people, to give them a wake-up call of the difference between investing and speculating, and you must invest to build your wealth. So investing is about growing your money steadily and safely over time. So it involves putting money into assets with a proven track record of generating wealth with the expectation of long-term results. Now, if you think about the characteristics of investing, here they are. It's a long-term focus. It's lower risk. It's based on fundamentals. It's about diversification and compounding growth. Now, in contrast, speculation is high risk, high reward. And I would say it's similar to gambling. And here are the characteristics. Speculation is short-term focused. It's high risk, high reward. It's based on hype, rumors, or even gut feelings. There's little to no diversification, and it's extremely volatile. Now, looking back at my younger self, I'll be the first to admit, and I realized this, that I was acting like someone who plays the lottery in hopes of becoming wealthy. And playing the lottery to get wealthy is not a good wealth building strategy. Neither is speculating with stocks or crypto. Now, I know what some people will say, But some people do get rich by finding a stock or crypto that 100x's or 1000x's. So I would say yes, it happens, just like some people win the lottery. But for every person who wins big, there are countless others that fail. And if you're thinking, and if you have this mentality, but I'm different, I do my research, it's gonna happen for me. I'll tell you that that's what they all say. That's exactly what I said. Now, let me be real with you. So I'm gonna give you some honest advice. I'm not gonna be that guy who tells a lottery player, if you take that $2 and you put it into an S&P 500 index fund, in 30 years, you'll have $100,000. So I'm not saying that to you because I know what you're thinking. So great, I'll be rich when I'm old. How exciting, right? So listen, I get it. You want results now. So here's what I'll tell you. If you want to have fun with speculating in stocks or crypto or playing the lottery, I'll say go for it. I genuinely hope that you make a lot of money. But please do so in moderation. So there are recommendations, but there's honestly no magic rule that says you shouldn't limit speculation to 2% or 5% or 10% of your money. I'll just say use your best judgment and make sure that most of your money is invested, not in speculative investments. So I'm telling you clearly, invest your money. And if you want to set aside a small amount for speculation, fine. But don't rely on speculative investments to make you wealthy. The best way to invest is to grow your money steadily and safely over time. So you don't want to be wild and risky with money that you worked hard for, money that you're going to rely on in the future. So if you're going to look to invest in the stock market, then the best approach, I'll tell you, it's very simple. Just invest in a diverse and reliable fund, such as an S&P 500 index fund or ETF. So I get it. This isn't as exciting as picking individual stocks or crypto, but trust me, time flies by and those returns are going to accumulate, they're going to compound, and next thing you know, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years time will fly by, and when you look back, you're going to be so grateful that you invested your money the right way. Now, I would tell my younger self to invest in an S&P 500 index fund or ETF methodically and systematically. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I mean that every month, put some money into an index fund or ETF in a retirement account or a brokerage account. Even if it's a small amount, I'm telling you, it builds up faster than you think, so you'll be surprised. And just to be absolutely clear, the stock market is not the only way to invest. So I'm just focusing on stocks in this video because it's popular, it's accessible, but outside of the stock market, the same principles, they're gonna apply. You wanna focus on conservative investments with a proven track record. So that's why I invest in real estate. I don't invest in Cabbage Patch Kids or Beanie Babies or NFTs or hyped up fads. Now listen, what I just told you probably makes sense to you. However, many people still wanna get rich quickly. And again, I get it. You want results now. In my book, I explain the most effective way to accelerate your wealth creation, and I'll make a video on that soon. But to summarize my message to you, please rely on investing to build your wealth, not speculation. Slow and steady wins the race. And get started now. Even if you can only start with a small amount, it adds up and it compounds over time. So that's all for today. If you want to learn more, please grab a copy of my book. I'll leave a link for you down below. Thank you for the support, and I wish you a very nice day. Take care.